was really rough. My memory is clouded. What happened to me? I'll understand where I am and what I'm doing here, or I'm not Michel Ardan. Looks like I'm not the only one who suffered a shock. This man seems utterly knocked out. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I know him. It's Barbicane, the president of the gun club, and the man at the origin of the Columbiad project. Unconscious man. I recognize him. It's Captain Nickel, a famous engineer. A newspaper clipping. Hey, the article talks about me. Good Lord, that blue star, it's the Earth. I'm in outer space. Everything's coming back to me now. The cannon, the shell. We actually left Earth. Fantastic. We're on our way to the moon. Nickel, Barbicane, and me. I seem to be the first to ever regain consciousness. I'd better wake up the others. What's this dark stain that's spreading? Is my friend injured?
Michel Ardan briskly raises the blanket, covering his friend.
My lord! I thought Barbicane was just unconscious, but he's dead. And it's not the G-forces at the launch that killed him, but a bullet right through the heart. What happened? I've got to understand just what happened. I'm suffocating. I'd better do something or I'm going to be in a pickle. I'm almost ashamed to remove my worthy friend's hat. Perhaps I ought to put it back on his head. A monograph on lunar ideograms. I'm going to take this interesting essay with me. What do you know? Traces on the glasses show that Barbicane and Nickel served themselves a drink. Judging by the smell of it, this glass contains some very fine wine. I'm suffocating. I'd better do something or I'm going to be in a pickle. Now I seem to be breathing better. Should I search in the papers of my friend? It's indiscreet, but maybe I'll find clues. This is Barbicane's wallet. It contains a letter written on perfumed stationery. What does it say? I love you. Love in you the bold cannoneer who will soon realize mankind's grandest dream. But won't you allow your humble servant to accompany you on this journey? It's signed Diana M. This letter is the last message my friend Barbicane wrote to me. Michel, fate dictated that Nickel and I awaken before you. We quickly realized that due to tragic negligence, we wouldn't have enough oxygen for 3. The letter is torn. The rest is missing.
Under the cover, Nickel is no longer breathing. He's as dead as Barbicane, but there's no visible injury.
I've lost both my friends. I'm all alone here. This rifle smells of powder. It's been fired recently. A strange smell is emanating from Nickel's face. An odor of bitter almond. This is Nickel's wallet. What's it contain that's interesting? Ah, so this is what a love letter looks like. My valiant captain, if you wanted, yes, if you so desired, we could leave together for that destination which fills my every thought. The letter is signed Diana. Hey, here's the rooster I smuggled on board. I had hidden this handsome specimen of Gallinaceae under the bench to play a joke on Nickel and Barbicane. Once on the moon, I would have set the animal free outside the shell without saying anything to my friends. What a shock they would have had when they saw this terrestrial poultry perched on some lunar peak. Rooster, my friend, I see you got loose of the string got attached to your foot. Very good. There's no longer any reason for you to stay hidden since we're all alone on board.
A disconcerting, if predictable, event takes place on board the shell. When the projectile reaches the point at which the gravitational attraction of the Earth and the Moon are in equilibrium, Michel Ardan starts floating in the air. Amused by the experience at first, our hero suddenly notices that the potassium tank is not properly closed.
Good Lord, the potassium hydroxide is escaping and forming bubbles. I have to recover the liquid, or it will spill everywhere when weightlessness ends. I've got to catch all the potassium bubbles.
Michel Ardan has captured the last bubble just in time. Weightlessness comes to an end. He returns the potassium to its tank and closes it hermetically with an improvised cap.
Whew. The carbon dioxide level is going down. The potassium tank is filled and closed. I shouldn't have any more trouble with that.
The end of weightlessness indicates the shell is coming closer to the moon. If everything goes as planned, Ardan will soon land on its surface.
I'm very close to the moon. I'm practically grazing it. I'm going to make it. Oh no! I missed it! I can't see a thing. Am I in orbit behind the dark side? All right. It's very possible that my capsule is lost in space, but let's be positive about this. Besides dying, what other misfortune could happen to me? And death is just one more journey. Ugh, it's cold. It seems to be warming up. A piece of paper ripped up and burned.
A dazzling flash attracts Ardan's attention. The explosion of a meteor reveals the hidden face of the moon. The meteor's passage has altered the shell's trajectory. At last, the projectile begins its descent to the lunar surface.
To land successfully, I have to ignite my retro rockets. I had to smash this barrel to open it. The shell is falling much too fast. It's overloaded. I've got to lighten her up. Well, now I can throw the body into space. Now I can throw the body into space.
Michel Ardan sends his friend's body into interplanetary space. Michel Ardan sends his friend's body into interplanetary space. Ardan has successfully lowered his speed. He sets down in the middle of the mountains in a cirque where the ground is covered with a strange blue snow. The shell slides and rolls down the slope of a glacier. This uncomfortable descent luckily comes to a halt just on the brink of a precipice. Outside, all is dark and quiet. It's still night at the foot of this mountain range, but lunar dawn will soon break. Ardan opens the door of the shell and closes it again right away. There's no air outside. So, does the moon not have an atmosphere? Ardan can't believe it. He didn't take a long trip like this to stay cooped up in an aluminum prison. But now the first rays of the sun arrive at the foot of the mountains. The blue snow starts to melt. For that matter, is it really snow that's boiling this way? No, it's solidified air which is defrosting in the heat of the day. While the atmosphere covers the ground with a denser and denser cloak, vegetation sprouts and grows at an extraordinary speed.
I should be able to go out now. I've got to open soon to ventilate. The machines that renew the oxygen are out of order, and I'll suffocate if I leave the door closed too long. Hooray! The moon is mine! I think I'll explore this crater where chance has cast me, then I'll try to climb the surrounding mountains. Incredible brightly colored plants, diffuse light, pungent odors. What a vision! This is stranger than any poet's wildest dream.